Hey, welcome back to the Your Financial EKG podcast. My name is Drew Blackston. I'm a certified retirement counselor, investment advisor representative. And for the next 10 to 12 minutes, I am going to be your virtual financial advisor, helping you get to retirement, helping you get through retirement, and protecting your ability to stay in retirement. Now, we're going to talk about today something that I believe everyone who is going to go into retirement needs to think about. And the question is this: should you file for Social Security at 62? Right? Because you get the option to choose Social Security between the ages of 62 and 70. You only really get one shot at this thing, so we want to make sure we get it right. So understanding if you should take Social Security at 62 is what we are going to talk about today. Now listen, if this is your first time listening to the podcast, wherever you consume your content, whether that's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, make sure you connect with us on our YouTube page, Your Financial EKG, or my LinkedIn at Drew Blackston. And please visit our website, pearlwealthgroup.com or yourfinancialekg.com. But again, thank you so much for listening. And I hope for the next 10 to 12 minutes, I'm going to give you some specific information on whether you should file for Social Security at 62. And now listen, maybe you're already on Social Security. Maybe you're 72 or 67, or you've already filed it and you've made that decision. But you probably know someone who hasn't. Maybe that person's family, maybe they're a friend. Send this podcast to them and say, hey, you need to understand your options and whether you should file for Social Security at 62. Because here's the thing, 38% of Social Security recipients, they file for Social Security at 62. And the average Social Security for someone at 62 on an annual basis is $18,960. Now let me grab my calculator. Let's break that down on a monthly basis. On a monthly basis, that's $1,580. So 38% of people are filing for Social Security at 62. They're getting about an average amount of $1,500. But here's the thing. If you file for Social Security at 62, you're actually getting 70% of your full retirement benefit. Now, if you would have waited until your full retirement age, which would have been 66 in a couple months or 67, depending on your birth year, you would have got 100% of your Social Security benefit. So if you take it at 62, you're going to get 70% of your benefit. If you take it at your full retirement age, you're going to get 100% of your Social Security benefit. And think about this. If you take it at 70, you're going to get 124% of your total benefit. So understanding why you're taking it at Social Security, or why you're taking Social Security at 62, or why you're taking Social Security at 67, you want to make sure it fits into your retirement income plan. So let's talk about some of the benefits, or what's it mean to take Social Security at 62? Well, you get smaller checks, but you're going to get a lot more of them, right? So if you're getting a $1,500 check, you're going to get that starting at 62. You don't have to wait to 67. You're going to get a lot more checks, but you're going to get smaller checks. Now, your break-even age, meaning the amount that you've put in to the amount getting paid out, if you take Social Security at 62, is 76. If you wait till your age 67, it's somewhere in the early 80s. And people like that. They like taking Social Security early. They like knowing that everything they put in, they're getting back out at a quicker pace than if they waited till later in life. And keep in mind, Americans are living until they're 84, 85. That's what mortality tables are showing us. So it's very important for them to start taking their Social Security early, because they want to collect all the benefits that they have paid in. Keep in mind, if you pay benefits into Social Security and you die, they don't like give those benefits to like your kids or your spouse. They're just gone. Now, there are spousal benefits that your spouse can get. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But it's not like they say, oh man, Joe's paid $300,000 into Social Security. Let's give that to his spouse, or let's give that to his kids. No, it's just gone. And that's how the system works. And that's how it's built on. The system understands that some people are going to pay into the system and never collect benefits, and some people are going to live to 110, maybe even 120. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So let me give you kind of 6 reasons why people file for Social Security at 62. Now, I'm not telling you that you need to file at Social Security at 62. What I'm saying, these are 6 reasons why someone would file for Social Security at 62. Now, listen, in my firm here at Pearl Wealth Group and Your Financial EKG, we run a Social Security maximization schedule for all of our clients. Whether they're on Social Security or they're getting ready to go on Social Security, we want to say, or we want to see rather, how long or when is the best time for them to start claiming their Social Security benefits? How long do they need to wait before they claim Social Security benefits? And if you want me to run a Social Security maximization schedule for you to make sure that you're taking benefits at the right time that's best for you and your spouse, or best for you and your partner, or you and your family, go to my website, yourfinancialekg.com, fill out the information there. There's a free booklet called The Roadmap to Retirement. It is on the website. It talks about Social Security. You can download that and also check the little box that says, yes, I want to meet with an advisor. That's me. And we can run a Social Security maximization schedule for you. So let's talk about it today. 6 reasons why you would file for Social Security at 62. The first reason why you would do this is because it unlocks spousal benefits. Now, keep in mind, everyone's situation is different. But let's say you're a person who's worked your entire life, but your partner stayed home with the kids, or they just stayed home because of the income situation. Well, they might not have paid into Social Security as much as you did. Well, they can't start claiming spousal benefits until you, the higher earner, claim Social Security. So maybe you're 62 and you say, you know what? I'm going to start taking Social Security. My spouse is 62. She can claim half of my benefit. Let's start doing that now. So a lot of people will start claiming Social Security at 62, right? Because they want to unlock spousal benefits. Now, I've done some videos on YouTube on spousal benefits. Go look at those if you want more information. Or, again, contact me or my office and we can go through that. The second reason why many people will file for Social Security benefits at 62, health concerns. You know, they might not think they're going to live very long. They might not think that they're going to live to 67 or 70, so they are filing early because of health concerns. And this is a valid reason. Maybe you've got a chronic disease that you don't think you're going to live past 70. Well, take Social Security as early as you can so that you can start reaping some of the benefits that you paid into the system. Now, the third reason why many people start claiming Social Security at 62 is they want a higher spousal benefit when the benefit, or when the spousal partner files for Social Security. Now, here's what I mean by that. You might file for Social Security. Let's say you're the older of the 2 spouses, okay? And let's say at 62, you can get $800 in Social Security. Not even $800. Let's say $500 in Social Security benefit. But your spouse, who's 5 years younger, right, has been making $150,000 a year for the last 30 years, and they're going to get a lot higher benefit when they file at 62. Well, you might start taking Social Security benefits at 62, right, off of your benefit, but at 67, when your spouse is now 62 and they can claim a higher benefit, they turn on Social Security and you start claiming a spousal benefit, which is half of their higher benefit, giving you a higher Social Security benefit. I know it's like watching Russell Crowe in A Beautiful Mind. You know, he's up there on the chalkboard doing all this, but Social Security is a very complex system, which is why you want a financial advisor, why you want an advisor who understands the Social Security complexity. And listen, you can get a financial plan or a financial planner, but you can only get a Your Financial EKG plan right here and with someone who understands the complexities and the ins and outs of Social Security. Okay. The fourth reason why someone would file for Social Security at 62, they get more cash early in retirement and they get to enjoy it at an earlier time. Many of my clients, they don't need their Social Security to live on. They've got enough assets to pay out over their lifetime. If Social Security went away, they'd be just fine. But they claimed Social Security at 62 because they're going to use the government's money or what they've paid in to travel with, or to, spoil the grandkids, or to go out to eat. They're using that money to enjoy because it's more tax efficient than many of their IRAs or their qualified assets like 401ks. And so they're using it now to enjoy retirement. Whether it was here or not, it wouldn't affect their, obviously they wouldn't like it if it was gone, but they've taken it early, so they're using that money instead of their retirement assets to enjoy retirement. Now, the fifth reason why many people take Social Security early, and this is an unfortunate reason, is they just need the money. People take Social Security at 62 because they just need the money. They don't have a choice. Maybe they've been out of work because of COVID or whatever, and they take Social Security early because, unfortunately, they just need the money. And the sixth and final reason why people take Social Security at 62 is because they think that Social Security is going to run out of money. There's been many forecasted reports that Social Security is going to run out of funds by the year 2033. Now, let me explain to you what that means, because many headlines will say, is Social Security running out of money? And you'll go, well, if you read the headline, it is. But in reality, what it means is that the Social Security Trust and Insurance Fund will be depleted by the year 2033, and the government will only be able to pay out an approximation of 78% of benefits in the year 2034, which means that you would have a reduction in your Social Security benefits or your Social Security check of 22%. That is what it really means. Now, that 22% can fluctuate, right? It can go up and go down based on taxes. It could be less, could be more. But a lot of people decided to take Social Security early because they just don't know if it's going to be there or not. They don't know what their benefits are going to be, and so they want to take them early to make sure they maximize their Social Security payments. Okay, now listen, again, I know that has been a lot of information. If you want a Social Security maximization report, if you want a strategic, calculated, and precise report that fits your individual needs, go to my website, yourfinancialekg.com, fill out the information there. Would love to get together with you and put together a complete financial plan and a complete Social Security maximization plan for you to make sure that you are doing the best thing you can do for yourself and your spouse and your family when it comes to Social Security. Listen, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If you're not subscribed on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen and watch this, make sure you subscribe and give me a 5-star rating. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.